Namaste to one and all. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is according to request. Especially some beginners asked me some examples to integrate subjects with the art forms of our states. So here I have taken Ladakh. Yes, special request also was referring Ladakh's art form. Here just a few hours back in the educational groups, I have shared my video art forms of Ladakh. That is video number 87. And here in the art form of Ladakh, when you go through that, you will get some learning points. And regarding art forms, 4 major categories are there. One is music, dance, visual arts, and theatre. This means that when you are dancing and conveying one message, conveying one concept, it can be easily transferred to the children through a dance or through visual arts, paintings, sketchings, or 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional artwork, or mural painting, or clay work. With a paper mache, you are making some craft work. So through this, all this theatre also. Fourth one is theatre, that is skit, drama. Like that, theatre show also are appealing to your eyes. So when you are listening a music, and through the lyrics you are understanding that. So that is a basic thing, because all this sense, that is, all these are placing your sensory organs. While you listen to music, while you see a dance, through the movements, while you see a picture, while you see a drama, all these are placing. So through this media, when the children understanding a thing, that we call it as art integrated learning. And as they learn the thing, and they are doing a project based on what they have learned, that is art integrated project. There they can use music, they can use that's audio, you can use, they can use the videos, dance they can use visual arts, craft art, etc. They can use puppets. Or they can use some molded things with the help of clay or paper mache, or they can perform it on the theatre, and they can convey that. So through this media, they can learn, the teachers can teach art integrated learning, that is 11th and 12th art integrated learning only, and the first standard to 10th standard art integrated project. So then another thing is that what about the EBSP, that is Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat program, initiated by the government of India. Here, that is, in order to understand our culture and heritage, we are having a plethora of culture and heritage, or we are having a rich culture and heritage. In order to understand this rich culture and heritage of our 38 entities, that is 36 entities, 28 states and 8 union territories together. So we are having different wide varieties of that. Let our children understand this. So we are not learning the crops grown in another state. We are not learning industries in another state. We are learning their way of living, their customs, their convention. What is their way of life? How do they, what are the costumes they use in their dance? What type of festivals they celebrate? For their festivals, for their dance, what are the properties they use? What type of musical instruments they use? So all this will help them, help us to understand their culture. So that is the thing. So one topic you have to take from one subject. That subject you have to find out one topic and relate with your pair state, or pair state's art form, or any Indian art form. Any Indian art form you can relate. Only the condition is that one subject should be related to your pair state's art form. That only. And that one first standard to 8th standard, you can integrate one subject to one art form. Then that subject can be related to another subject, and that can be related to another art form, like that. Even one state's art form itself you can take, no problem. But it should be integrated with the minimum one art form you have to integrate, and minimum one subject should be integrated with the the pair states art form. That is a condition. So here I have taken Ladakh as an example. How you can integrate. For the beginners I am talking about. Beginners talking about is how the languages from Bennett, let me go, because the top I have explained regarding I have written about the social science. So regarding languages, as you are narrating, you are explaining, you are showing a brochure, you are showing a welcome card, you are written that is about the languages, how language you are used, whether it is English or Hindi or Urdu or Kannada or Tamil or Malayalam, how do you use that? What about your skill of language? So that way you are explaining the dance forms of Ladakh and you are writing it about. So that is how the language has been integrated with the art form of Ladakh. But only the thing is that that particular concept should be there in your subject. I think in Hindi one topic is there regarding some soldiers lesson. There you can relate, or you can ask as you can write a letter to the soldiers by telling that is you come and visit here and see our dance forms, see our face and festivals, like that you can do. Then so explanation, welcome card or brochure, where you are expliciting, where you are expressing your language skill, and it is relating to your content, your topic. So that way you can integrate with language. Then comes as I written about the cooking, how the chemistry, biology, physics, etc. can be related to cooking food, where heat, cold, cuttings, then the changes, the composition of food, the chemical reactions are there. Microbiology and engineering comes under this. Biochemistry and physics also come under this. Steaming, frying, broiling, and grilling, etc. There is a transfer of heat. So there comes the chemical reaction also, is when you cut the apple, after that the color will change. So how it happens? So it comes the chemistry. So all this we are learning about cooking. I told you, and the 5 categories the circular has been given. That is the dance forms, then fairs and festivals, then the art and craft. That is just written art form. Art form means art and craft. Then the fourth one is food of particular state. Then the last one is the fourth one is dress, and the last one is food. So through learning the food, food is how to prepare food, what is the culinary art used by that particular state, that will also convey the culture they are following, the heritage they are following, for the traditions what they follow, what type of food they eat. So like that children are understanding their culture. So that culture means they are understanding what type of vessels they are using, how it is made up of. So that is related to chemistry. What temperature, how much it should be given heat, or how much it should be frozen. Like that, it is related to cooking. So that is also connected to subjects. Then musical instruments are used in the festivals and dance forms. There these musical instruments also, and the dress also, jewelry. Then the table, one chalk set table is given there. Wood or metal, so paper mache they use there. So just I had taken some of the topics and telling you, not the entire things, just how to relate this. So this is related to physics, this is related to chemistry, how it works. When a musical instrument you are using, how it works, you are explaining, that is related to language. The dress, what type of dress, woolen dress or cotton dress, that related to geography, how it is grown, that is related to, you are learning about cotton, so where the cotton is grown and how the cotton dress is used there. So that way, so that is also come under the geography, or that also come under the particular art form. And is another one, it is great Alexander, a barrier. Alexander talks about Alexander who is crossing the boundary and coming to India. and varies it talks about, and boundary it talks about boundary I written because in the ninth standard the boundaries of the neighboring countries are given there, so you can relate to yes, which are the boundaries, how the great Alexander crossed the boundary and connected to that, how, what festival, what dance forms the Ladakh they are celebrating like that. Regarding the defeat of or okay anyway, what about the warfare, you can see that the 8th standard battle of Plassey is there, so the battles can be connected to history and this can be connected to the particular art form. And also there the Sindhu Darshan one Arati is there, worship is there, where the Sindhu river that is known as the Indus river, I think it is Indus, yes, and that river, how the people celebrate that particular festival, they collect the river, the water from different rivers of India. And when we say about the different rivers of India, majority of the textbooks of say 7th and 8th and it tells about the rivers of India also is 8th standard, 7th standard tells about Ganga, Yamuna, isn't it? Yamuna, Ganga, Gagara, Gangtok, Koshi, Chambal, etc. And we know about Godavari, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapti, like that. So you can illustrate about this also when you talk about, when you telling about a festival celebrated in Ladakh. So that can be related to rivers. That can be related to mountains also, where do the river originate, where it empties, it is related to sea or ocean. So when it is originating the hills, you know, is what about the height of the hills, height of the mountains, what about the length of the river. So the length, the height, and how many days the festivals are celebrated, all this related to mathematics. And regarding harvesting season is harvesting season, festivals are mentioned there. So when we say about harvest, really it is related to geography. What about the rabi crop, what about the kharif crop, according to the seasons it will change, isn't it? Rainy season you are sowing, and what about the harvest season, what about the harvest season, temperature and climatic conditions, all this you know. So this related to the harvest festivals, so that festival can be related to your topic, that way you relate. And winter is there. When you say about the winter, it is related to climate and weather. When we say about the climate and weather means weather, what about the daily atmospheric conditions prevailing in for a shorter period. And climate means for the longer period, what about the weather conditions for a longer period is climate. So like that you can relate, and that can be related to the topics given under the art forms of particular state. So this way, suppose you got an example regarding this, I have explained it in my other videos also. So when you, this way you have to integrate one subject to another subject. My request is give the video or tell about the content of the video. The children themselves will find out a lot of activities they will do. And in school activities also, Ladakh, what about the song of Ladakh that they can sing in the assembly, what about the letters, that is the main thing they asked to do, the letters, what about the alphabets used there, is train them to study that alphabets, and they will start to say, talk about it. Or you can see the videos of related to that regarding the foundation stage literacy, like that. So you are understanding, that way we are understanding our culture. I'm telling, and one more thing, it is not at all necessary that suppose one state is related to another state, it is not at all necessary that, it is not mandatory that you have to relate your state. You have studied and you are relating the subjects, topics to that state's, another state's art form. It is not necessary that in case of pair state, it is not at all necessary that you have to relate your state's art form and another state's. Your state's art form you already know. So no need to spend time for that. You have to study the art form of other state only. That only, the most often I have seen some videos like that. It is not at all necessary that you have to integrate with the other states and your state's art form. Comparison is not at all necessary. The main thing, main idea behind the Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat is that you have to understand the culture. a vast variety of Indian culture and be proud of our Indian culture. And you are learning the different states and union territories and you are integrating with your subjects. There you are understand the multidisciplinary, one subject is related to another subject and that subject is related to another subject. So that way it comes the importance of your real life situation. In real life you are understanding that one subject cannot stand alone, that subject is related to another subject. So that is a integration. When you are integrating music, dance, visual arts and theatre, that is art integration. Thank you all.